everybody. It's raining outside, but it's not gonna stop us from doing some science experiments. And today we're gonna be talking about the water cycle. So, how we're gonna do this? You're gonna do it too in your own kitchen. It's super easy. You're gonna grab a mason jar, a plate, and some ice, and some super hot water. You're gonna pour that water into your mason jar and then stick your plate right on top. And then we're gonna talk about what's happening inside. So, every day, all over the planet, water's falling out of the sky. Whether that's rain, whether that's sleet, whether that's hail or ice or snow, comes down, it hits the surface of the planet, it gets warmed by the sun and evaporates right back up into the sky, where you see it as clouds, water vapor, and then eventually it cools and eventually it falls back down to the earth. That is the water cycle. Why is that important? It's the water that you're drinking in your glass right now is the same water that was drunk 300 years ago. It's the same stuff. So it just gets recycled over and over and over again. So this experiment is actually modeling that on a smaller scale. So we have the super hot water, which we warmed by the stove instead of the sun. And that is our fake atmosphere, is this right up here, is this cold plate. So the super hot water rises to the top, hits the cold plate, which is like the atmosphere, causes those molecules to slow way down. And eventually they'll condense and form water droplets on the side, which then run back down to the pool at the bottom. So this is what's happening on the planet all over the place all the time. And we're able to see it right in front of us. And behind me, 90% of the water that gets evaporated back into the air. The other 10% is actually gets back into the air through something called transpiration. And that's happening in this peach plant, or peach tree right behind me. So the water gets pulled from the roots via osmosis all the way into the leaves. And it uses this water to get minerals and all the stuff out of the soil that it needs to grow. And eventually that water is lost through pores in the leaves that will just shoot out the water vapor, and that goes into the sky and eventually will fall back down as rain. So thank you for joining me today. Follow us more for more science experiments.